Alright, we got that leaded weight in there. Drilled through here a little bit more, so just fill that in with some of your putty, wood putty filler. Next, drill the holes for your line ties, for your front line tie. You can put a little bit of Gorilla Glue or any kind of epoxy on these screw eyes. Just for now, just screwing these in. These here are 1-inch screw eyes for the line ties. And here's a hook hanger. Go through that lead. And here you can put some glue on it. But then this really ain't necessary for this one, but next, the nose and the front line tie. The next line tie will go in the third section. Use 3/4 inch screw eyes for the middle section so they don't go sticking up through the back of this bait. Alright, they're straight. And there's the line ties. Alright, now we're going to start making this joint. I just usually just like to kind of come down here and mark these about the center of the bait. So they're pretty well lined up. Drill a couple holes. You put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on these, or all the ones I've made I usually don't put no glue on these. So you got to go back in and adjust them where you need them. Bend them out for just a little off. Get this the next section. Line it up. Push over on there, make a couple low indents where your eyes went to make a little square out. You don't want this box too big. It's big enough for the screw eye to fit in it. Okay, I've got this Dremel. It's going to get a little loud. there's that. Get your holes right there, and these should line up, which they did. Alright. You go here on the top of this, top of your bait. Look where you're going to drill your hole for your pin. Alright. Just kind of eyeball it. See it's straight in there. Alright. I just use some stainless steel wire. Just a little bit of play. That's about all you need. You just go back in here and check this. It's hitting pretty even on both sides of the bait. It's lined up really straight. You just trim off your wire. Just mark your wire snips wherever it's at there. And snip it. There. A little bit of play in it. It's got just about just right. In your next section, pull that out. Pins. Then you go back in here. You want to try to get these next screw eyes and make sure that you're going to have enough room above your sinker where your weight is, so you're not hitting your weight on the inside of this when you make your hole. Make sure them are lined up. Pre-drill a couple little guide holes for your screw eyes in. You usually go up to about where the threads stop on that screw eye. It's a PVC. Get your next one in here. Go in here. You can straighten these up. See if they need straightened. Pretty good. Go in your next section. Make sure it's lined up. Push your screw eyes against that. Draw your little guide box where your screw eyes are going to go into that back of that bait. And there ain't nothing real measurements here, just kind of eyeballing everything up. the holes for that. Alright, you don't have to get very deep, just deep enough to where your screw eyes are going to be able to go in there and just leave a little bit of a gap between there. Just kind of clean that up a little bit. Come back in here. Mark the top hole. Get the wire. Get your wire in here. Turn it up. That's pretty loose. Go back in there and get a little bit more of that out. Alright, that should do that. Yes, it's much better. And your pin through there. Get it lined up. Looks pretty good. Get back in here. Get what you need trimmed off. Get back in and make sure that fits in there alright. Line her up. Line that one up. Make sure everything's pretty much straight on and down. Make sure it's got some play in it. Come back and forth. It just falls over. Now your last sections, your tail section. Here's the top of the bait. You want to put your screw eye into the tail. The screw eyes into the tail section. This one here is just one. This is the only joint that's single. Get your screw eye fit in there. And they're straight. This here just want to put this in here just straight with the. Take that section out. Mark for that. We're going to Dremel this out.